Hey guys, okay, I'm back. Got some results of some of the paper, and then I'll talk to you about what method I thought was better, and then stay tuned because there will be more. This is one, if you have to watch the previous video when you see my different methods to understand what I'm talking about here. This was no cornstarch, soaked, wasn't blended, nothing. And you can see the paper here, it did break very easily in the drying process. Bear in mind, none of this has been ironed, cut down to size or anything. But you can see when I fold it, it wants to break, okay? But it will work for using for mixed media and whatnot just by soaking and laying it out to dry. Okay, and you can see it's a little bit thicker. This particular one was soaked. Now this one was soaked. It's not blended, it was just soaked, but cornstarch was added. And you can tell the vast difference in your consistency. And I was able to get this one, due to it being cornstarch, it spread a little bit easier. And it is a lot thinner. Okay. And so without blending and look at this, I'll be able to fold that, do different things to it. So that would be a good technique. This is boiled. I did boil it, but it was soaked only. There's no cornstarch in it. Again, it breaks when I fold it. So, not that. Just a hint. This particular one here, I will tear this up into smaller. It will go back into my slurry to make pulp. Same thing for this one. I will tear that apart and use that and put it back in, because this can be re-moistened and redone and used. So that is not, even though it didn't turn out, it can still be recycled and used. This particular one of the methods I showed you was a shaking method. Not using a blender, but shaking it in a jar. It did, but it was not boiled. And cornstarch was added. You will see it breaks a little bit. This one was not boiled, but it's a thinner. This side could be used for mixed media or whatnot, and it is sort of difficult to tear it. Okay. Then this one was cornstarch method, not blended, and it was boiled. It's a little bit better. Okay, I did get it a little thinner there. That's why that's breaking apart there, is because it's thinner. But you can see, it's a little bit better. This is boiled with cornstarch, and you will see, look at that, a lot better, thinner. I can cut that up. I can fold it if I wanted to. Usable. These were, I cannot remember which is which. They're so similar, you cannot really tell much of a difference. This one, they were cornstarch added. This one did not have cornstarch. And you can see just a slight difference. I can tell them that it might be harder for you, but it does. It bends. I can actually use that if I wanted to. Fold that into a page. It would work. But all three of these were boiled and blended with a blender. And you can see cornstarch added, boiled, blended, all those. Okay, that one's a little bit thicker. You can see I evened that out on that side, but those are. So, what is my conclusion in my methods that I gave you there? And I've got, like I said, this whole stack of stuff will be recycled and put back in for a pulp, along with my little things here will be cut up. They can be used as well. I do think that you definitely need to add the cornstarch. Boiling can or cannot. You can probably get away with that, but I think it does break up the fibers better, especially if you go on, and I don't have any of these that I've shown yet, but especially if you add fabric fibers to it, the boiling will be better to that up, and blending. So definitely need to use cornstarch, need to boil it, and a blender will work better. But as you saw, If you take your time and care, you can just use the soaking and drop method and the jar method. If I shook it more, it would probably work much. So definitely need to be using a shaker, cornstarch and boiling, definitely, if you want to get a better result. Bear in mind, none of these are, none of these have been ironed. I did not use a decal and frame. I will be showing some papers on my results with decal and frame and how those turned out using the couching pad and the different things that will be coming next. But this is the complete DIY. If all you've got is paper scraps and water and some cornstarch and a pot to boil in and whatnot, you can make your own homemade paper easily, and you don't really have to buy anything. All I did with these, on the ones in today's video, none of these were formed. I literally just put these down on a paper and spread them with my hand or a spoon. That is all that I did on these. And they can be ironed, cut to size, whatever, and they will be useful as handmade. But there's that video. And stay tuned. There will be more videos coming on using the decal and the frame. Will be the next one. And then I will do my adventures in doing a little bit further. If there's enough interest, please leave a like and comment. If this is a series that you're interested in and seeing how it goes further and how to use them and different things, so please let me know. And I will catch you all later.